Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. So, guys, today I have some of the answers to many of your questions. Okay, that is, I used to get the constant questions from you guys. That is, from where I'm getting all the updates from the links. I mean, the links to apply for the off-campus drive, which I almost present like almost a week, like every days in a week. I used to come up with some hirings from where I'm getting all those things and how we can join that. Like most of you people will be applying for the same, but you will not be getting the selections or will not be getting the follow-up mail. So if not, then where can we find the job? Then how can we go for that? Everything. Okay. So I will be personally bringing up the off-campus recruitment related to the corporate sector, most probably. So in this, you can subscribe this channel and keep it with you. And once I put the video, just make it sure that you apply it at the earliest itself. So before applying that, you need to have some prerequisites that also will be discussed in this video. And also, how can you find yourself and make use of this off-campus opportunities? Okay, so one thing that you have to know is equally on campus and off campus are equally important opportunities. Your college may be well known famous college with lot of placement opportunities, but still we always have to keep an eye with the off campus recruitment, because on campus hiring will be kind of bulk hiring. It will be something like taking a lot of students and giving them training. After that, according to the requirements, they will be split into different groups or different designations. But most probably off campus will be like, to that position they are taking the students or taking the graduates. Okay, so both of them are equally important. Don't rely upon on campus opportunities alone, or don't rely upon off campus opportunities alone. Just take both of them handy. Okay, so watch the video till the very end, and at the end of the video you will have a perfect idea. I can assure you that with the little research that I've made, I'll let you know what are the things that you should take care of once you are looking for a job. Okay, so first let me start with these 6 ways to grab the off-campus jobs. So here, this is not only the 6 ways, but these are the sum of the 6 ways, which is the topmost 6 ways that ever you can get to grab the off-campus jobs. Okay, so you know that when you take into consideration, like you can even look the openings like available outside India, inside India, wherever, and the procedures may be different inside India and outside India, but you will get to know the openings available, and you will virtually will get to apply that the same. So here the 6 ways are: the first will be to subscribe your companies. So I'll give a rough on that. We are explaining this in detail format. So first, that is subscribe your companies. You will be having some expectations to some companies. You will have some interest towards few of the companies. So subscribe that company career page and keep it with you. And once the any notification is up, make sure you follow that same. Okay, and next will be the referrals. You know that there are Romans referrals opportunities available. So that is a bright openings available. And build official network. Make connections with the industry people and the people that who will help you. I mean, you think their experience or their knowledge or with their respect to their industry will help you a lot. And ready with the first step. And what is that first step? I'll explain shortly. And grow up. That is very important. Once you are trying to develop your career or your personal life, whatever it is, growing up is very, very important. You can't just sit back and enjoy with only the knowledge or only the things that you're having right now. You have to grow up in every sense. And if you are wishing in a career in the technical field, it can be software department, it can be non software department, whatever, it can be IT, whatever. But if you're looking a job or your career development in any of the fields, you must know the updations in the particular field. For that, you have to grow every day along with the industrial expectation. It can be government sector, it can be IT sector, it can be non-IT sector, whatever. Okay, now resume. You know how important is resume? That is the first kind of thing that you have to make sure, because that is the first thing that everyone will look upon before getting into you. You can be very skilled person, very good at communication. You can take the recruiters or the panelist in the interview within seconds, but still resume has a very important role. That gives you the first impression on them. And you are not going to have first impression is the best impression, obviously, but that is not true up to sense, and this is true up to one sense. But you are not going to be there with the recruiter for a very long time, so you will get opportunities like once or twice. So that opportunity you have to strike it correctly. So for that, resumes helps a lot. Okay, so let's see what are the other things available. So now, one thing you have to keep in mind is know the hostile world. The world is running. Like today, there are overnight so much changes that are happening around. You have to know about it. I still used to receive so much comments in the most of the recruitment videos that I present, that we are from 2018 batch, we are from 2017 batch, we are from 2019 batch. How can we get the job openings? How can we do? How can we go like that? So one thing you have to know is every year, there are a lot of students in 1 year itself, there is lakhs of students passing out. So once it's your time, it's your batch time, make sure you grab that opportunity. And if you're late to, make sure all the proper opportunities available are grabbed at you. At times that due to some personal reasons, you may not be available to look after that, but it's still okay. But you have to be very vigilant afterwards to grab all the opportunity. So know the world. Okay. And don't ever sit back and enjoy during your graduation, like after graduation, after graduating, or after getting the graduation certificate, I'll start to look for a job. Never ever do that. Once you started your graduation, you must prepare yourself bit by bit to get into the industry. Okay, so start at the earliest. So if you are a student, whoever watching this video, if you're a student in your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and if you're passed out, if you're doing your whatever, wherever you are, start from today, preparing for yourself, preparing for your career. Okay, now I have already discussed like what are the 6 steps. So first step is subscribe. That is what I mentioned yearly. So here you can see that this is the IBM career section. Okay, so this is IBM career. So here, this, if you just whichever company that you wish to get in, you can search like careers IBM or IBM careers, Google careers, Microsoft careers. If you search itself, the search engine will navigate to the career section of that company. And once you reach that company, you will get something similar to this interface. And you can see there are so much filters. You can enter the top titles. If you know that which title is suitable for you, you can go for that. Or else if you're ready to do any job that is applicable for the freshers or applicable for with the skill set, then you can just put the filters here and search for the job. So this is how you have to take care of once you are looking for a job in there. Okay, so subscribe all the companies which you are waiting for. And this is about the Microsoft interface, like careers Microsoft, and students and recent graduates is a section for them, and experienced professional there's another section. So this section will help you for sure. Okay, so open that, explore it yourself and know about it and start doing it. And one thing is that if you are like, if you are CGPA 6 around, if you're CGPA 7 around, but still, if you dream for the Microsoft and Google, there is no wrong in that. Okay, don't ever think, okay, I'm an average student, I won't be getting into Microsoft or Google, such a world famous company, the top companies for the software development department. There is nothing like that. You can even dream for that, because the Indian education system, not only Indian, but most probably Indian education system is much more having a great gap between industrial expectation. Once you may be very good at your education, but you may not be good at the industry. It can be vice versa as well. So keep trying. There is no harm in trying. So keep trying, never degrade yourself and your opportunities available. Okay, so second option is reference. Okay, so here you can see that this is some of the screenshot that I've recently seen in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a very good platform for all the job seekers. You can learn a lot from there about the industry, how this industry is working, about the people, how they are working and everything. So this is a few of them, and I've recently seen working professional software developer engineer in Google, looking for some of the students or the graduates, recently graduate students, for their internship opportunities. So getting internship in Google is a great opportunity as well. She was ready to refer to. So she was mentioning in that message, like, just ping me or just DM me the details. With all your details, I will look forward and I will refer you. So that I think I missed that notification, but these are similar to that. Okay, so make sure you just have go through all these kind. You can see here, this is this guy, this one person put forwarded an hiring alert, and the other person just, for getting better reach or sharing to her network, she shared the same. So similarly, every people around there, most of the people, I mean HR people, recruiters, and the engineers, everywhere, every industry peoples are sharing to the network, to their network. You can see apply through referral at Flipkart. So you can see that, I roll at 2020 and roll at 2018 graduates or before. So you have so much of opportunities available. So one thing is that you have to search for from where all these things are coming. So this is not the true. There are so much referrals opportunities available. And one thing that what they are ready to refer is they'll get some compensation for that as well. Once you crack the job, I mean, once you crack the interview and get in there, they'll get some payment for referring you to that organization. So it's beneficial for them too. But the person who is referring, okay, the person, if I want to refer you, then I should personally feel like you, okay, I mean, he or she is very good enough, I can refer her. So that is very important. So the communication between the people, and also I mean, you have to be very strong enough, very strong in the sense you have to be very polite enough, in the sense you're representing yourself. You have to represent politely yourself to all the people around. Okay, so referrals is one of the best options you can ever get to apply. And the third option is connect with the industry people, and connections in the LinkedIn, observe the recruiters. So it is something related to this itself. You just make it a target. Like what I used to suggest or recommend is like weekly 2 to 3 minimum of, okay, weekly 2 to 3 HR people or the recruiters you can find from the LinkedIn. You can just search like HR or technical recruiters and find them, and you can just go for the companies that you like and select the people and follow them and send the connections. And from that connections, you can just go through and navigate and look their posts. They will post recently, I mean, they will post constantly regarding the openings available. So go for that. That is a very bright opportunity. Okay, and also you maybe you all of us used to spend a lot of time in the social media platforms just for scrolling through the trolls or just to see some of the gossips. So why can't you invest that time in your career? Okay, so LinkedIn, you try to spend some of the time in LinkedIn. Naukri for you is one of the options available. So these kind of platforms are very likely to be used for all the people who is actively seeking into job. And next was the fourth step, that is ready with the first step. That is important. When like we don't know when the opportunity will be coming, and even if you just watch the videos that I present before you regarding the I mean the experience of some of the students sharing, coming and sharing, that is they will be getting the interview link just a day before, only 24 hours to go. So if you're not ready, then you won't be getting. And coming to off campus too, similarly it will be. We cannot ask them for can we reschedule after 1 week or 1 month. So always be ready. Okay, don't wait for the interviews to get scheduled. Always be ready, like how you'll present yourself, how you'll answer to tell me about your questions, how you will answer about your project questions. So everything, all these basic things you have to make ready and keep in handy. Okay, and know each corner of your resume. If something is asked from your resume, just to get the attention, we'll add so much stuffs in resume. But if they ask like what is this point in resume, you have included this in your skill set, so what is that, you won't be getting to answer them really, right? So may don't go upon that. If you're adding something, make sure you have some basic knowledge for that. And coming to the freshers, only the basic knowledge is what the person is looking forward for. They don't want you to have a huge base, but basic knowledge. So at least build a basic knowledge, else remove that from your resume. Don't keep it to give a bad impression on you. Okay, just to get the job, he or she have included so many stuffs. So that is not a good option to go. Okay, next is say alert to grab any opportunity. So this is important as your life. This is very important if you're very specific about your career. So make sure this is up to you. Okay, stay alert to grab any opportunity. Once you have to, like if you got some mails or something like that, suddenly you have to be very ready to respond to that. And once if you're sending your emails, I mean, if you're sending your resume via mail, there are so much recruiters accepting the resumes through mails. If you're sending that, constantly go for a follow back. Like after 1 week, you can send like this, I have sent a resume, my resume. With that, I mean, just forwarding that mail itself, attaching the previous mail itself, you can just mail once again, I have sent my resume, so would like to know the further regarding. So if you just keep on going without disturbing them, it is not like every day you have to send a mail. weekly once you can go for the follow back. So once you go like that, the recruiters will understand your needs or your spirit, and they'll get through it. Okay, so that's it. And next is the fifth step, that is grow up. You really need to grow up. That is, I mean, today where we are today should not be where we are tomorrow. You just remember that Kabir telling from ye jawani ye diwani, like, to reach somewhere else you have to start today, or you have to start from somewhere else. Yeah, so if you have to reach somewhere else, you have to start from somewhere else. So that is very important. You can just stay in the same place and dreaming or dream to get into some place. Yes, so that's it, guys. That's all we have to apply in life. So here, discover your field of interest. First thing that you have to do, which jobs that you are trying to get in. And if you're confused about that, okay, it's fine. Okay, you can just wait for the time that you realize your personal field of interest. But you're very specific here for getting the jobs, you can use your graduation. So if you're one type of graduate, just make a simple brief research that which graduation, with this graduation, what are the job openings that I can apply to, and take a list of that and subscribe the same. Okay, and find the job corresponding, go through the eligibility criteria and expertise. So this is important, guys. This is very important. This is very, very, very important. Okay, so that, I usually used to take time and read the eligibility criteria and technical expertise in all the recruitment videos that I used to present before you. It is not just to spend some time with you, it is very important actually. So once you go through that, you have to understand if it is a designation for software developer engineer, in that they have mentioned like you have to know this, you have to know that, you have to know this technology. So it do means that if you know those kind of technology, then you have the job here in the industry. Okay, so without that you don't have the job. So once you came to know that, take it from there and start learning it. Okay, so like which all the job profile is matching up to you, go to the technical expertise and just take up the most frequently, like most of the job role will be having similar technology to be known. So go through that and take the similar technology that they have mentioned and start learning that. And if you don't wish to start learning something, just go for the job roles which do gives minimal eligibility criteria. Okay, so make sure you just follow this step correctly. And next is be at the doorstep. Always be at this doorstep. Be always ready with everything, whenever you get an opportunity, be always ready to go with that opportunity. Okay, next step is a resume. So I have made a detailed video regarding the resume, what you have to include in resume, what you have should not include in resume. I think it's a pretty long back, like 2 to 3 months ago. You can get it from the video section from in our YouTube channel site itself. So but I'll give a brief points here. Detailing you can watch in that video as well. So resume, keep in handy customized resume according to the job role. So you will be, if you are a BTech student, BTech computer science student, then you can apply for the software developer role. You can apply for systems engineer. You can apply for the front end developer. So there are so much like that, analyst, you can apply for the analyst, data science engineer, everything. So there are so much job roles available. So make independent resume for all the job roles available, because all the job role is not similar. Not same. They may be similar, but they're not same. Okay, so the technical expertise and everything will differ. And what the recruiter or the person who is interviewing you is looking forward for, the specific keywords that is related to the job role. So there will be a column for every positions available, like jobs and responsibilities and the eligibility criteria. So from these two sections you can pick up the keywords which is constantly repeating in multiple openings and build your resume different to different positions available if you're looking forward for multiple positions. Okay, so keep your customized resume every time, and once one opening is available, make sure you put the correct customized resume there. Okay, so that's it. And next is updated it then and there. So once you just learn something, make sure you update it. And if like if you're a second year student, you'll be having 1 CGPA. When you go to third year, there will be some different variations for that. Update that as well. Then for final year, update that. You must have taken some of, you have learned by yourself something, update that. So again, update every time. And if you feel that your format of the resume is not good enough, and if you found which is a somewhat interesting resume in internet or among your friends, whoever, then make sure you try to build your resume accordingly. Okay, just don't keep it like as it is. Just try to may develop it yourself. Okay, next is keep it brief and precise. Don't go for like lecture sessions or essay sessions in your resume. Keep it precise and brief, up to the point, to the job role available, and hold relevant details required for the job role only. This is it. Keep it brief, keep it right. Okay, so just make sure your resume is well enough. So resume is very important part, guys. So this is like, if you got an appointment, security have to let you in through the gate, then only you can reach up to that person. So resume is kind of gate pass that you can have. Okay, so make sure you have that in your hand. Okay, so that's it about the sixth way. So these are the six ways, topmost ways that you can get the off-campus hiring. So now you got to know that what are the ways you can search the job by yourself. So make sure you do it. And one more thing I would like to remind is, now it is 2021. So 2021 and 2022 students, 22nd, they will be starting to get some internship opportunities, but still it's the time for them to apply. And 2020 students are also having the time. So once this 2022 students is out, have been passed out, then it is the time for 21 and 22. So 20 opportunities will be decreasing gradually, and 90 will be vanished by the time. Only few companies will accept 18, 19, and 20. I'll try to pick up that and will try to present the same. But this is the reality going on. The world is moving very fast. Okay, 1 year there are lakhs of students passing out, so you have to provide the opportunities for them as well. And everybody want who is updated and very new to the industry, who's ready to work. If you're not updated, you don't have a space here. So this is about the corporate jobs available. So if you are very serious about your career, about the jobs and everything, you have to go through all these things. And once you go through these 6 ways, then you will get to know like how you have to go to get a job and everything by yourself. Okay, so guys, explore it yourself. I think the video content that I presented today is pretty much helpful for you. So I would like to get the recommendations or for the further videos or the suggestions regarding this video from you guys. So I'll look forward that in the comment section. Okay, so if you have any further doubts regarding anything, any of the things that I presented, you can just make it up in the comment section. So guys, make all these things in your head always and start your career. Okay, so all the best everyone. Start your career. Have a great kickoff. So until I come up next time, everybody stay safe, stay happy, and stay tuned to online study for you.